Hello, hello, hello. It is Wednesday, February the 16th, and I was pulled to go live or just to go to speak in general, if it was live or it was pre-recorded. Either way, I was pulled to do so. And tonight I want to talk about the wounded child. And this is a topic that I kept hearing it all day, the wounded child, the wounded child. And the more I kept meditating on the wounded child, the more I was trying to understand what Spirit wanted me to come and talk about when it comes to the wounded child. Because a lot of the times, certain people in general, they wouldn't classify themselves as wounded. And when I say wounded child, it could be physically a child that's wounded, but most of what I'm speaking about is the wounded inner child. Because most people that's listening, that would listen, will be an adult. And they've already grown and became, they've already grown. So I'm not talking to children per se right now of a child being wounded. I'm talking about the adult person grown, and their inner child within them is wounded. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I want to talk about. Because too many times throughout life, people will make decisions. People will operate. People will move on the behalf of the wounded child. The inner being within them, that it could be their subconscious. Most of the time, I'm gonna say it's the subconscious, because it's the subconscious mind runs the body more so than the conscious mind, because some people are living life subconsciously, not knowing that that's what they're doing. And the wounded child, I would say, is our subconscious, or it's that being in the inside that was first recognized as a child. And it could have been, it could have been hurt as a child. Of course, that's how you become the wounded child. Bear with me. I am still developing my talking skills, my expression. So the more I do this, the more I practice, the more I open up, the better I will become. But the wounded child, when I say people operate with the wounded child, is that self-image that they have created from childhood. And it's like a safe haven within them. And it could be very self-sabotaging behavior, disruption, all different type of things that could happen when you're operating in the wounded child. And that wounded child that's within all of us, if we have not sit back and did the personal healing work within ourselves, that child will make decisions for us. And it's solely off of past hurts, past troubles, past decisions that wounded us. And that's how the wounded child will make all of your decisions for you. And I've been a wounded child. and I've operated within my wounded child. And it's a difference when you can actually acknowledge it, when you can see the difference in being, you can see the difference in operating in your wounded child or in your empowerment adult. Let's just say that. And most of the time when you're operating in your wounded child, you, like I said, you're making decisions off past hurts. So you ask yourself, am I only making these decisions because of what somebody done to me or what I've been through, based off trauma, based off of events that happened to me that hurt me? Am I only solely making decisions off of that? And a lot of the times, most people do. They say, I don't trust certain people because, I had this friend and she did this to me. And then I ran across this other friend and she did the exact same thing to me. So, pretty much I don't even deal with friends. I don't have those type of people, or I am not, you create this world around your hurt where you justify why you do not do certain things, why you don't engage in certain things, why you are not open to certain things. And we ask ourselves, is that a defense mechanism, or is that truly how I'm supposed to operate? Because that's what I know to be true, only off of what I've seen in past endeavors that have happened to me. And you have to really dig deep within yourself to ask yourself, am I making decisions off past hurts? Am I operating in the wounded child? Am I doing this because I don't want to get hurt? And that could be with anything, a relationship, a job, family members, whatever it is that allows you to go back to a place that you remember where you were hurt, and you created this persona or this world around the hurt where you have to do and be a certain way to protect yourself. And there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. I am a creature by, what did they say? A creature by habit, nature, whatever. I do stuff that feels right to me, but I do understand that sometimes doing stuff that you always done, and especially if it's coming from a place of hurt, it does not produce a different outcome that you could possibly want or you could possibly need. And that's why we got to be very careful when we're operating, or even if we don't even recognize if we're operating in a wounded child. We have to be very open to, change or addressing those issues that may be difficult to talk about, may be hard to talk about, because, the worst thing you can go through is to go through pain as a child and not sit with it, or not, really dig deep and get to the root cause of what happened, or, and you just grow up in life and you have all these scars on you and trauma, and you grow and you get older and you still carry that same hurt. So you just walk around and you're operating in that child. You're getting older, but the inside of you is still hurt and broken, and you're still operating as that child. So, I know I'm babbling. I'm all over the place. You're like, what are you getting this? What I'm getting, the point I'm trying to make is, we really have to sit with ourselves and see if we are operating from a healed place or from a wounded child that happened when we were younger, and we still hold on to that experience, and we based all of our experience off of that hurt, because we know how the hurt felt. We know how it feels to, protect ourselves, and we want to be safe. But then again, are we really safe? Or are we just we created a world around the hurt so we could feel safe, but we're really not allowing true growth to come within us? Because if you have the same narrative about something that happened to you and you've grown, but you still feel the same way, and it's coming from a hurt place. Because if you say, well, I don't deal with certain people because it is certain that, and that's your story, but you haven't created new memories, you haven't tried to expand yourself further than the hurt, are you truly healed? That's the real question. If you're still basing decisions off of old patterns or old hurt, and you're creating a world around it, are you truly healed? Or are you masking the pain and giving an excuse to it so you won't potentially feel that again? Or, I don't know. That's a really big question, because even me asking myself, when it comes to friends or relationships or even family, the biggest thing that I can say and that I feel is, I just want genuine people around me. And if I can put that energy out, and if I can embody that energy, then as the law of the land, the law of the universe, it will come back to me. And I shouldn't be worried if somebody, is going to do something that could potentially hurt me, because that's not my karma. It will be theirs. So as long as I am operating in a place of love, honesty, integrity, and I'm putting that out, it's automatically that should come to me. And I should be open for that. And I should, be welcoming of that on whatever spectrum that come in, if it's a friendship, a relationship, family, whatever it is. And that's the point I'm trying to prove about. When you're operating in a healthy space, you call in the energy that you want. Like, everybody may not want that, but I would be lying to myself if I don't want a healthy friendship with a person, a healthy relationship with a person, a healthy relationship with my family. I would be lying to myself. So it feels good to be open and to express that in a way that empowers you, because that's ultimately what you want it to do. You want to be empowered. You don't want to be depowered. You don't want to be dethroned. You don't want to be subjected to hurt. You want to overcome hurt. You want to you want to become better ultimately. But I am not going to talk you guys' ears off. If anybody's listening, kudos to you. But I'm glad I got this energy off of me, because I kept hearing the wounded child. And I wanted to talk about it. So until next time, peace.